are live on the Panama Canal. We are making a transit of the Panama Canal. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see it. We're going through the Pedro Miguel locks, which is the second set of locks from the Pacific side. We're right behind the CGM Beira, flagged in Valletta, a cargo ship. You can see there in front of us, just coming out of the second set of locks. There are 4 sets of locks in the Panama Canal that are basically giant ship elevators that lift the ships from sea level on either side up to the level of the Gatun Lake, which is the very large man-made lake on the inside, in the center of the Panama. So they use these giant locks as ship elevators to lift the ships up, and then they come out on this level where we are now. You can hear a train off on my right, and we'll be able to see it here in a second. Here it comes. There's a train over there. Watch this. Here it comes. See the train? And that train is full of cargo as well. Sometimes it's much cheaper and faster for a ship that only has a few containers it needs to move to put them on the train going across the isthmus rather than putting them on a ship like this one over here going across the isthmus. These things, this is a massive, this isn't even a very big ship, but these things are pretty massive. So I just wanted to give you the sense of what it's like transiting through the Panama Canal, which is what we're doing here today. It is just after 8:15 in the morning here in Panama. And check this out. This is a large ship. Look at that little men standing in there. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know where you're from. Some comments up so I can see if you're online. Make sure that you can hear me. Yeah, no hoopties here, guys. Well, I am live. There's only 67 people in there, so I'm not sure why more people haven't gotten on. That's the Centenario Bridge. there's been another new one built on the Caribbean side more recently. That's still what they call kind of the new bridge over here on the Panama City side. Morning, everyone. Are you logged in? For some reason, this is not showing. We're still getting more people on, but it's not showing up on CBN's website. You know this?
Yep.
Just point it over there.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Nope, you're fine. All right, folks. Sorry, a lot of wind noise. A lot of wind noise. Hello, thankful heart. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Those of you joining, we are cruising through the Panama Canal. We are coming up underneath the Centenario Bridge. We are heading to what is called the Culebra Cut. Okay.
So we're going to go under the bridge here. There's Brett Weinstein. Yeah, I know it's windy. Sorry. We're moving pretty fast now. Try to put my mic on the inside of my shirt, see if that helps.
Probably not. It's pretty tough wind.
Yeah, it's a lot of wind. I'm gonna go around back here. We'll go in the back of the boat. It won't be as windy back here. There's a cruise ship over there. Now it's going to be noisy because of the motors. Large cruise ship. And then the cargo ship over there. Pretty bright and noisy over here too. Okay, I'm gonna go upstairs. And it's quite a bit quieter up here. If I can get out of the wind here behind the captain. 55 feet of water. And this is the Culebra Cut, right? Yeah. This is the famous Culebra Cut. They took this mountain out. That there used to be a mountain right here. It's a beautiful morning. We've been going since about 4 o'clock this morning.
No, hicieron una vaina para y había oro y lo empezaron a... Yo subí a Bolívar, ahí en la calle. Le da la vuelta a esta vaina, ahí hay un mirador. Ahí te subí en carro y estoy parqueada, bebé y todo. En la época de los gringos, ¿para qué? En la época de los gringos.
Yeah, it's pretty windy.
Ahora tiene más restricciones que...
It's usually pretty expensive to come through the Darien Gap, through the Panama Canal. This crossing is costing us about $6,000 to charter this boat to take us through. We're only going halfway through. The Culebra Cut connects the Pacific side of Panama to the lake in the center of the country, and that lake is called Gatun Lake. So we're coming out into Gatun Lake here shortly, but you can see how much work it must have taken to carve this mountain away to build this cut. And this is not a sea level canal. Do you know how much higher the lake is from the sea level?
87 feet.
87 feet? Okay, so 70 or 80 feet higher than sea level now. So we've lifted the boat up, and now we drive across most of the country on this lake, and then they go back down on the other side. But we only paid for going halfway through, and it was still $6,000 almost. It's a lot of money. There's a huge water pipe over here. Are they dredging?
Yeah.
So you can see them dredging. So they pump.
This is the Continental Divide.
So we're going across the Continental Divide as we speak. And that was Empire Range back there on the left, right?
This is the lowest point in the continent.
The lowest point in
the whole continent.
In the whole continent, where the Continental Divide is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gold Hill and Contractor Hill.
The lowest point on the Continental Divide in the entire continent. Right here, where we're going through. And there used to be a mountain right here.
Yeah.
They had to take this mountain out. This was the most difficult part of the construction of the canal.
Yeah.
Right in the Culebra Cut. Yeah.
Gaylor Cut, how they call it, whatever.
And a lot of it was because the soil,
Solid rock.
it was solid rock.
This area.
Yeah, so they had to blast through it.
Blast through it. A lot of people died here.
A lot of people died. They say like 16,000 people died building the canal.
Landslides and
Landslides.
yellow fever.
Yeah, a lot from yellow fever for sure. Oh wow! That bird just picked up a fish. That's a hawk. He's got a fish. He's still got it. He's still got it. Oh, where'd he go? He still has it. We've seen, well, we saw some raccoons this morning. We've seen monkeys. We've seen ocelots. All kinds of wildlife here in Panama. Our group is here to go down into the Darien Gap and see the scope of the migration problem. So we've been down there for several days, and today is kind of a rest day. Very nice of us to, very nice to get a chance to kind of just take a fun day like this. but very interesting to go through the canal for sure. The canal is about 70 miles long from coast to coast. This is a giant dredging barge. And you can see there, look at the teeth on those things. Wow, that's nasty looking. These guys are engaged in dredging right now. That's pretty much a constant process here in the canal. They're always dredging silt off the bottom, keeping it open. That's called the Penguin. I don't know why. Call that boat the Penguin. I'm gonna stand behind this big guy because he blocks the wind. He's over here. Still 52 feet deep right here. And that's been pretty constant the whole way. Even in the locks, it's about 50 feet deep. I imagine when we get out in the lake itself, it'll get deeper, right? How deep does it get? 80, 90 feet? So you can scuba dive in there. There's still train tracks underneath us, right? Yeah, certain places. There's actually a train down there too they left. Right. Yeah, some more locomotives. Yeah. Locomotives, yeah. They just flooded the whole thing when it was done.
Yeah, this has been enlarged like 3 times.
Oh, they keep enlarging it?
Yeah, the original, it was like, maybe like, well, you originally from Texas? 200 feet more or less.
Oh, wow.
And now it's on our way.
There was a guy who swam the whole canal one time, right?
Richard Halliburton.
Richard Halliburton. Well, do you know what year that was?
1930s.
30s he did. I thought it was the 50s.
Something like that.
1930s, huh?
He paid something like 30-something cents.
He paid 30 cents. They charged by weight and length, right?
Yeah, those days. Yeah, they still do it now.
They still charge by weight and length.
Yeah, Panama Canal.
Total tonnage, yeah.
Any space that generates money, that's what they charge.
And revenues from the Panama Canal represent a significant portion of Panama's receipts for the government here. So it's very important to them to keep this going. But because the water level is down, they're not able to take as many ships through the canal as they normally do. Instead of almost 40 ships a day, now they're down to 20 something. And they're hoping it doesn't go any lower than that, but it very well could if we don't get more rain. They're trying to chalk it up to climate change, but that's really not it. It's just a normal El Nino weather pattern. They know that that happens, and it's common and not unexpected. So if you want to see what the going through the locks look like, you're going to have to go back and you're going to have to watch the live that I did on my Hot Zone channel here on YouTube earlier today, because we've already finished going through both sets of the locks we're going to do today. And from here on out, it's going to just be more of this. It's beautiful. It is getting warmer as the sun gets higher. And I'm going to have to stay in the shade if I don't want to get more fried than I already am. So I just wanted to give you a sense of what it was like out here on the lake in Gatun Lake in the Panama Canal. And if you have any questions for me, you can get a hold of me on chuckholton.com, or you can get a hold of me at my email, hotzoneholton@gmail.com. So I'll go ahead and sign off now. And if we see anything real interesting, I'll come up again and do another live. So God bless you all. I'll see you later.